So I'm not sure if you've been paying attention to the past 12 videos, you would have noticed that there's kind of been a theme of magical, shamanic, practical, kind of childlike ways of interacting with nature. And I kind of feel like that's been, like, since I first did the video, which wasn't a planned thing, I kind of did it, and I was like, oh, what am I going to fucking talk about? And I had to like go through all the things that I'm like super passionate about and invest my time and energy in, and it kind of like created this like flower of life template with nature being in the center. And I kind of feel like that's been the overarching dogma or theme that holds everything else together, like the apex. But it's like a whether I'm doing kind of meditation or prayer or self-inquiry or different types of breath work or tantra and ritual and flow states and like the different flavors and textures of movement, they're all, or like psychedelics, or like they're all different tools that deepen my relationship with myself and the different levels of my being, but then also like the different levels of my being include nature, and so they make me feel like a part of that. And so I'm glad I started with that, but it wasn't conscious in the sense, but and I feel like I may come back to that, but I'm gonna kind of go off into a topic that I feel like I'm most specialized in the sense that, like, I feel like quite a generalist, but I specialize in certain areas within movement, within breath work, within whatever, but within all of them, I feel like the thing that I've invested the most amount of my time and resources and energy, and the thing that I'm most passionate about is psychedelics. And as a technology, as a therapeutic tool that has quite a kind of tarnished reputation that happened in generations before I was even here. And from, I don't need to go into the history of it, but either way, it has a quite a stigma, and so it makes it hard for and people don't even understand how much of the propaganda they've bought into, because it's just almost intergenerational. And like people saying that, like, oh, I don't do drugs, I'd rather just do meditation, and I was like, why? Like, don't you want to be the best person that you can be? Isn't that I kind of think like that's what we're all trying to do. And so why eliminate tools that actually are quite potent and powerful in getting you to that place of authenticity and naturalness and freedom, and just like really like deep gratitude. Like, yes, do your practices as well, do your techniques, do your whatever, but like why not use technology that's like literally born out of the earth and is compatible with our neurology and biology in a way that it creates these like mind body boggling experiences that dissolve our fear of death, give us a felt experience of connectedness with reality. Like, it's not something that is like intellectual or theoretical. It's like you fucking experience it. so like why do your either or kind of stuff? Why not go and so I kind of feel like, of all the things that I like to train in things that work. And I have done some really shit. I'm going to cover up my microphone so hopefully it doesn't, it's a bit windy where I am, but as you notice, I like doing things out in nature. Whoa. What was I saying? I have put myself through some pretty kind of interesting situations. I do feel like a human guinea pig. I've done some really stupid shit in the name of, I wouldn't say science, but just kind of like human performance. And actually, in the name of service is what it kind of comes down to. I think in the beginning it was the name of like feeling that I was broken and needing to fix myself, but in time it becomes like I don't feel that about myself anymore, and it just feels like I'm doing it in the name of service. But I kind of feel like before I go into, I'm gonna do a series of videos, but in a way I feel like I'm just gonna qualify myself for why I am an authority on these topics. And I think I've always held back from really kind of putting myself out there in this field, or not even in this field, just kind of like even mentioning that I talk about psychedelics because, what's the saying? It was Margaret Thatcher that was like, she said, if you have to tell people you're a woman, you're probably not one. Or maybe that was with Big Powerful. But either way, it's like, but I'm gonna explain why I'm an authority in the field of psychedelics. But to do that, I'm gonna put on my spectacles so that I'm perceived. Yes, they're prescription glasses. If people are kind of wondering, oh, I've never seen James wear glasses. They're prescription to be hipster cool and to be perceived as intelligent without me having to open my mouth. But okay, so why am I an authority in the field of psychedelics? I kind of feel like, because if you can't hear it in my voice, I'm super passionate about these. Not in an evangelistical way. I think when I first was exposed to them, I was a bit, but I do feel like they're not for everyone. But there are many people that would benefit from them that are choosing not to take them because of their stigma or just kind of the misinformation that they've received about these substances. And so I spend a lot of my time like traveling the world, going to conferences, going to events where